Welcome, class. My name is Miss Chrissy, and today we will be learning about visual arts and patterns. So, the objective is students will be able to identify, describe, and extend patterns using object shapes, numbers, and rules. They will demonstrate their understanding by creating patterns of their own and explaining the underlying rules that govern them. So, what is visual arts? Visual means what we see with our eyes. Visual arts are art forms such as paintings, drawings, photography, video design, and crafts. So, what are the elements of visual arts? They are shape, texture, color, line, and space. And when these elements are combined together, they allow the artist to express meaning and create certain expressions. Let's practice some facial expressions. There are three images here, and you guys are going to tell me what do you think they're feeling. The first image, what do you guys think it is? Yes, happy. The second image, the boy seems sad or upset. Now, the last one, he looks very angry. So, we need to learn about the principles of visual arts. There are many principles, but the one we'll be focusing on today is patterns. Patterns are repeated sets of shapes, forms, lines, or colors that create harmonious visual effects. When they're combined together, they form a modified design element or image. Artists use these patterns as a design principle to achieve order, balance, and structures in their composition. Here are a few examples of patterns. So you see the first image, what do you guys think that animal is? Yes, a zebra. As you can see, his stripes are repeated black and white, and that is what is considered a pattern because they are repeated structures. And his structure, as you can see, is that he's black and white. There's nothing that changes. There's no squiggly lines or anything else. The second image is a horse, a toy, and a rocket ship. As you can see, the same objects repeat over and over and over. It doesn't change, and that is what a pattern is. Now, we are going to watch a mini video of patterns.
Patterns. They are all around us. You can see patterns in buildings, patterns are used in clothing and design, and patterns are everywhere in math. Just look at the numbers on this ruler, the lines on this ruler, the lines on the paper. You might be wondering, what do patterns do? Well, patterns do the same things over and over again. Patterns repeat. Now this is super cool. Every pattern follows a special rule. The rule is how the pattern works. We'll give you an example. Look at this pattern. It begins with a red rectangle followed by a yellow rectangle. Next is a red rectangle and another yellow rectangle. Next is a red rectangle followed by another yellow rectangle. It's doing the same thing over and over again, so it is definitely a pattern. What special rule does this pattern follow? Well, rectangles alternate between red and yellow. Do you see that? The rule tells us how the pattern works. In this pattern, rectangles alternate between red and yellow. So remember, every pattern follows a special rule. The rule is how the pattern works.
Alright, that was just a mini clip of what a pattern is. Remember, patterns follow a special rule. So if it's red, yellow, that means the next color is going to be, yes, red. Because the rule is red, yellow, red, yellow. Alright, let's practice some. So I created some patterns. The first one you can see is a star, a square, a star, and square. Remember, a pattern is what? Yeah, repeated objects or repeated line shapes or whatever you want to call it. So the first one you see is a star, square, a star, and a square. What do you guys think the next shape is supposed to be? Yes, it's gonna be a star because the rule is star, square, star. Let's try another one. It's triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle. What do you guys think the rule is? Yes, triangle, triangle, and square. Meaning the next image is going to be a square. Good job. So let's incorporate some patterns into math. The same way you see patterns in art is the same way there are patterns in math. Every pattern follows a rule which determines what comes next in the sequence. They are sequences such as 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 4, 6, 8. Now let's further this. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Does everyone know how to count to 10? Yes, good. So, number 1, in order to get to number 2, you gotta do what? Yes, add 1. And in order to get from 2 to 3, you add 1 again. So, the rule is adding 1. So that's the sequence because you're adding 1 every time. You add 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. And if it was to continue, what do you guys think 5 plus 1 is? 6, correct. So tell me why this is not a pattern. Yes, because 3 plus 4 is 1, but 4 plus 1 is not 6. It's 5, but the next number is 6. So it's going by 1, 2, which already automatically doesn't make it a pattern because it's not following the same rule. Alright, let's try something a little bit harder. You got 3, 10, 17, 24, 31, and 8. So to go from 3 to 10, what do you guys think you have to do? Yes, add 7. From 10 to 17, yes, add 7, and so on. So we're going to work on some problems. The direction is circle the sequences that are patterns. Let's do a few of them. A, it says 2, 5, 6, 10, and 11. So 2 plus 5 is, oh, sorry. To get from 2 to 5, what do you do? Yes, add 3. But to get from 5 to 6, what do you do? Add 1. So that does not make it a pattern. B, 3. To get from 3 to 6, what do? Add 3. From 6 to 9, add 3 again. And from 9 to 12, add 3. So that is a pattern. So we are going to do some independent work from what you have learned so far about patterns. I'm going to pass out worksheets to everybody, and you're going to drag and drop the shapes to complete the patterns. We can work on the first one together. So the first one, you got a triangle, a circle, a triangle, a circle, a triangle. But 2 are missing. So if you know what the rule is, you're always going to know what the next shape is supposed to be. So now we know the rule is triangle, circle, triangle, circle. So now you know next is going to be a circle. Then after that, a triangle. Alrighty.